want to have a quick look at this because it really puzzled me a little bit. On the line is Tim Spiteri, who is planning to row from Australia to South Africa. Why? Tim Spiteri, good morning.
G'day, Neil. How are you going?
Now, the Herald Sun says you're out in the middle of Port Phillip Bay and the boat turned over.
Yeah, that was a River Scull, just used for photographic purposes only. Nothing like the real ocean rowing boat that we're going to be using.
So what are you rowing?
The boat's actually called Sarah G. It's a Sydney-made boat, and it's owned by a bloke called Matt Crowell in England. It's an 11.1 metre boat that will have 6 of us on board, and 3 of us will be rowing at one time.
Okay. You're a policeman, aren't you?
I am indeed.
I thought you would have more sense.
Yeah, well, look, I figured that there's got to be something to do outside, just going to work every day, coming home, paying the bills, that there's something else out there that's a little bit out of the ordinary that I can look at achieving, and I'm hoping to raise a bit of money for charity along the way as well.
Who are the other 5 people with you?
The only one I know definitely at this stage is the expedition leader, Matt Crowell. The other 4 people I'll have to meet when I go to London next month to do the sea trial.
Yeah.
Which is just going to get me used to the boat and making sure that I'm happy with the whole setup.
How long will it take you to row there?
It'll take, all things being equal, about 2 months, so about 55, 60 days.
With people you don't know, in a tiny boat?
Correct.
And where do you leave from?
We'll be leaving from Exmouth in WA.
Yeah.
And rowing into Kenya.
Rowing to Kenya. Now, it's pretty dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there are some definite safety considerations in regards to both the being on sea in an unsupported voyage. The boat's got ballast in it, so it's self-righting. So if and when probably it will tip, it will correct itself. And obviously consideration has to be taken for the possibility of pirates as we get near the coast in Africa, but hopefully we won't be that far north.
Are you allowed to be armed in something like this?
We've discussed that possibility, and it's something that is not going to be an issue that we're going to be looking at. The Americans previously that have been captured by pirate sailing boats were armed, and they've been killed. That other people that are not armed have a lot more success rate if they do happen to come across that issue.
You have a family?
I certainly do.
Kids or
no? No, I'm a single bloke, but Mum and Dad and my sister are fully behind this endeavour, and Mum's probably listening now going, oh my God.
Well, I was going to ask, you ever done anything quite as silly before?
No, I certainly have never taken on an adventure of this size before. It's going to be a very new thing, but as I say, there's just got to be something else out there that in life to do beyond the everyday grind, something that I can achieve that'll be a world first, never been done before, and so I can also hopefully raise a bit of money for charity along the way.
What's your experience at sea?
At sea, pretty negligible.
What have you done at sea?
A couple of whale-watching boats and a pleasure cruise, so nothing...
Geez, even I've been on the old Princess of Tasmania across Bass Strait. You've been on whale-watching boats?
Yep.
And now you're going to row across the rugged piece of ocean?
Yep, exactly.
Now, if you were in your job as a police officer and somebody came to you and said they're going to do this, wouldn't you try and dissuade them?
Depending on their circumstances and how driven they are, but more than likely. No, the safety precautions with all we've got to do safety courses prior to getting on board the boat. We'll have all the appropriate EPIRB, satellite tracking, GPS, etc. It'll be tracked by the World Rowing Society, World Ocean Rowing Society, sorry.
Can you swim?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that's a good thing. But
that is a start.
Now, what if something unpleasant happens? There'll be a debate about whether you should be rescued. What's your view of that?
Yep, and it's a fair call. Thankfully, the way that ocean rowing works and the rules of the ocean, if you do set off the EPIRB, basically a ship nearest to you is the one that actually comes and rescues you. We will be near shipping lanes for a part of the journey, so hopefully that won't be too bad. It's generally, in past ocean rowing boats have been rescued by oil tankers and or other major shipping scenarios. It's not like sending choppers into Bass Strait to pick up sailors, etc. So it's a different side of the rescue.
And you're off next month. When will you be rowing?
The actual row will be in 2012. It's about 12 months from now is when the actual departure date is. Next month I'm going to London for the 3-day sea trial. So I'll be, as I said, testing the conditions of the boat and making sure everything's up to standard.
Do you get seasick? You wouldn't know because you've only been on whale cruises.
Correct. I have no idea at this point, so it's going to be a very, very unique experience.
Tim, wouldn't it be easier just to get on the roof of the house and jump off and see if you bounce?
Yeah, but we all know that one that we don't. This one, there's actually potential for me to be able to be and achieve something that hasn't been done before.
Okay, well, you've got a year. Any chance you'll change your mind?
Sorry, I missed that.
You've got a year. Any chance you'll change your mind?
No, I'm definitely committed on this. It's a reasonably large financial commitment that I've already...
what does it cost you?
For my actual seat on the boat, it'll be approximately £18,000.
Jeez.
So just under 30 grand. So if there's any sponsors or corporations that want to be involved, I'd gladly hear and talk to anyone.
And what's the charity that you're supporting?
There's actually going to be 2 charities I'm looking at supporting. I want to raise $100,000 in total or more for, firstly, the MS Society.
Yep.
My mother suffers from MS, and one of the most inspirational people I know was diagnosed with MS 10 years ago, who has done some amazing things whilst being affected by the disease. And the other one, obviously, being a police officer, Blue Ribbon Foundation's fairly close to the heart as well.
Well, thank you very much for speaking to us. Tim Spiteri, good luck. You'll need it.